Sometimes you find yourself in the most unexpected places, learning the most random lessons. Case in point, last week I spent almost 3 hours waiting for my car to be serviced. 3 hours. I know, right? But instead of scrolling endlessly through my phone, I did something a little different. I had my head up and I watched. I watched the people around me. I watched what they were watching. How are they engaging with content on their phones? What caught their attention? And what I saw was, let's just say, it was eye-opening. There were older folks, lots of them, glued to their phones, reading conspiracy theory blogs and watching videos from those fringe figures, and it hit me. We're all sheltered, just in different ways. They're sheltered from the real truth, and to be fair, I'm sheltered from the truth that they are sheltered. It's like we live in two completely different realities. But here's the thing, those realities are created by what we consume, by the algorithms that feed us, by the platforms that curate our entire experience. We like to think we're in control of what we see, but the truth is the platforms are pulling the strings, serving us content that will keep us hooked, whether it's true or not. And for some, that content is wildly false and dangerously misleading. And it got me thinking about the times that I've come across blatantly false information online. And yes, I have. The problem is, before anyone can correct it, the damage is done. The genie is out of the bottle. The post spreads faster than the truth ever can. We're in a situation where misinformation doesn't just exist, it thrives. It's encouraged. It spreads faster and further than the truth can. Because falsehoods are designed to be more engaging, more emotional. They disrupt our expectations, so we share them more. And it's especially dangerous when it comes to politics or public health, because it's not just about clicks or shares anymore, it's about real-world consequences. We all value free speech, right? We don't want a society where only approved opinions are allowed. But let's face it, when the line is crossed, real lies can cause harm. Think about the false claims that vaccines cause autism. That single, widely debunked study from decades ago is still wreaking havoc today, convincing parents not to vaccinate their kids, putting their lives at risk. It's not just an opinion anymore, it's a threat to public health. So where do we draw the line? If we clamp down too hard on falsehoods, we risk suppressing dissent, even suppressing important truths. But if we do nothing, the damage spreads and we lose the ability to make informed decisions as a society. It's a tricky balance. So this is where brands and media companies come into play. Platforms, as we know, won't act. And governments, well, they're either too slow or too cautious. They're too afraid of stepping on free speech. But brands and media companies have the power. They're private, so they can correct this without worrying about free speech limitations. They can lead the way in rebuilding trust. They can create spaces where truth thrives, not because it's censored, but because it's prioritized and highlighted and made more accessible than the noise. And that's the challenge for all of us. If we're not careful, we're going to keep spiraling into these echo chambers, with truth becoming more elusive by the day. But if brands and media companies and content creators can step up, maybe, just maybe, we can start fixing what's been broken, and those elderly people at the car dealership are going to come back to reality. No one else is going to do it. So the question is, will you?